We work with a shark called bonnetheads. Bonnethead is a species of shark in the hammerhead family, but it's actually very benign to humans. And it's the most common fish by weight in most Georgia and South Carolina estuaries. But yet very little is known about its biology. So we really wanted to go in and figure out what the shark is up to, what its habits are, what its ecology is. And the first few times you work with a shark, it's a little intimidating because it does have this very impressive array of teeth. And as I mentioned, it is in the bonnethead family. But it's not a dangerous shark to people. In fact, it has one of the weakest bites in the shark world. They tend to eat a lot of blue crabs. And we really went in initially into this system trying to figure out how many blue crabs they're eating. And the number really astounded us. And what we've now turned to in our studies presently is tagging some of these sharks, because we now wanted to look at exactly what areas within the estuaries that they were using. But there have been some really interesting patterns that we've seen so far, even though the data is still coming in. Most of the sharks that we find inside these estuaries are females. There's a very heavy female to male ratio of about 9 to 1. We also, as I mentioned before, find that bonnetheads are eating almost exclusively blue crabs. And we also have found 2 sharks out of the 8 that we tagged last year that came back to the exact same spot. They left the estuary for 4 months. They presumably went to South Florida for the winter, like a good snowbird. And these sharks came back to the exact same spot where we had tagged them a year previous. So there is some pretty strong homing device that these sharks apparently have for getting back, and also a strong motivation for coming back to their home territory.